So we are going to do a full analysis, but then I'll show it to you how. Well, we can do the first one, but you need to do the first one the way I show you. So if I start from tonight, from the top here, let's do the analysis for today on the SPY. I start at the top and I write the 266. I go down, there's one at 209, one at 197.97, and one at 199.85. This one I have to be very careful. So let's take a word process. So I'm writing SPY. Taking the top one, it's clean, there's nothing else, 263. So writing 263, it's a dash. Then I go to the next one, and I have to zoom and see what's happening, because I told you need to be very accurate and take into consideration also the cluster. So there's a 210 and the 200. So you could go in the middle at 206 because it's a 10 cents, but nothing else. So you can take this one, 200.05. Take 200.05 average. We go down. Now we have the next one. See? And what you'll see here is you have 197, 199, 199.80, plus you have a cluster of high and low on the left side. Look, high and lows on my left side. So 199.85. So this is where we are right now, by the way. 199.85, which is the dash. So now this market is at the moment of truth. Look, pinpoint this entire trend here. Right there. Low here, low here, low here, low here. High, high, low. This is all around the dash. The dash is 199.84. The clusters are 199.90, let's say. So you are going to write 199.90 because the cluster is just above, so you can take the cluster, so between the cluster and the dash. So this you take here, 199.86, let's say. You go there, 199.86, we did that. Then you drop, you drop, you drop, you drop. But you want to see if there's another cluster. Well, there's a little cluster right there at 199.66. Look, there's a low and there's a high. 199.66. This was another benchmark today. Then you have 199.57. So because it's 5 cents, you could maybe go in between, right? At 199.62. So this morning, 199.62. Okay? And then you go down, and you do the same exercise again. You keep on going. So I was at 99.62, now you are 99.17. 199.17. And you can see already that this was the caution zone. It is all the caution zone already for today. So if they pass and sustain above the 99.85, we start buying in the buy zone. This is what I'm saying. If they come, they have to come here. They have to start coming at least to start retracing. Otherwise, they are going to fly, continue flying. And the next one is right there, 198.35 with a 98.50 cluster. So you go in the middle, it's 198.43. Okay? So now you go back and now you want to know which one are the important ones. You go here, you look at the monthly. Okay? This is the most important, difficult analysis, guys. It's the SPY. Even Jack doesn't like to do the SPY. Yeah. You go here, and the most important is 197.23. So you have a 197.23. It's kind of huge, but anyway, 97.23. You put in parentheses monthly. Okay, and you bold this because this is going to be an important one in your analysis. Then look, is there another one? No, no, no. Okay, so now you go to the weekly. You go to your weekly and look what you have. And this is why the buyers came this morning. This is why the buyers came this morning. Look what happened. 198.38, which is the 198.40. So the same, this is a weekly plus that. So this becomes the weekly. So this should have been bolded this morning, and that you know where it is. And then you look at the next important one, which is 200.05, right there. So now you take your pen and you divide the zones. So you see this is very tight from here to here. That should be your caution zone. Below the 98.43 sell, above the 99.85, 200.05, which is the top of your caution zone, bottom of your buy zone. Voila, and you have the buy. Okay, so you could have bought this morning knowing that it was holding the weekly, and we talk about that weekly 73. But do you see, guys, how it's being done? Do you see how it's being done, guys? This was not that bad. See what I mean? And this is the most difficult one. So let's compare with what we did. Let's put them side by side if we can. So how am I going to do this? Let's do them side by side. Okay, so I take the pen. 254, 254, yes, it's close. 63, 7 cents, 9 cents. 205, 200 something there. 199.85, he doesn't have this one. The 199.85. 99.62, 99.54 is close. And don't forget, the zones have moved a little bit. 199.17, he has 198.80, and 198.43 has 98.30. This is why this is going to be the most difficult, because some people will take the average of 10 cents as a certain point versus a certain point. You cannot compromise for the monthly and the weekly numbers that are close to the current price and the dashes. You should not compromise. Everything else is clusters, and you should average within 10 cents. So try tomorrow, because this is a difficult one. Everything else is like the ES. It's not going to be very difficult, but this will be difficult. Does that make sense, guys? This is going to be a difficult one. Even Jack doesn't like to do this SPY. Even Jack, who has been with me over 6 years, who is a trader and also does the back end, always asks me, Mark, can you look and have an eye on the SPY? This is a very difficult. It's also subjective with the cluster. See, like if I pull back the full Pro Tour, if I get back the full Pro Tour, it's also about looking clusters too on your 60-minute chart or your weekly chart. Okay? So how do you look at clusters? But look, visually they're all in front of you. This is a cluster of high lows. This is a cluster of high lows right there. So sometimes they are right on the DTZ, but if they are not on the right on the DTZ, you have to take in consideration those clusters as well. Because then your cell zone here become here and here between the dash and the previous institution dump. Okay, so you need to be aware of those. Same here, look, you had a little cluster on the bottom for the past 3 days and it held on the SPY. Does that make sense, guys? It's not easy. The SPY is not going to be easy, but guess what? This is where you make your bread and butter trade on your directionals. Okay?